So I've been meaning to record this for almost a month now, and it's so many things happened that made everything get out of hand. Like, first off, I tried to use a printer to print pages out like this because I'm trying to, yeah, hand reveal. I'm trying to use a different style of YouTube. So yeah, I was trying to print things out. I use like tape to block out like sensitive information. I use like iPad to scroll things out I didn't want people to see. And it was very much annoying because for 2 hours I couldn't get my printer to work. So eventually I just gave up and kind of just like put my, oh, that won't work. I kind of just put my use and time into just going onto the iPad and actually fixing the pictures from there. So to kind of just start off and talk about the video is like, it is kind of clickbait because I kind of show my screen time going from like 10 minutes as like the thumbnail, and then it's actually in reality like anywhere from 10 minutes to 4 hours. And for me, what I'm basically trying to say is you shouldn't get upset with yourself, and you shouldn't, well, okay, first off, it is clickbait, but it's for a good reason. I'm trying to demonstrate that even as someone who can get 10-15 minutes of screen time a day, you shouldn't like shame yourself or try to aim for perfectionism with screen time. It's okay to go over your goal if you use it intentionally. Like, as you'll see, there'll be like some days where I very much like look right here. I use this day, ChatGPT for 34 minutes. I'm sure I was probably doing it for something productive, maybe, probably. I talked to people for 17 minutes. I Google or DuckDuckGo things for 14 minutes. Just goes like down the line. It doesn't matter how much time you spent on something. It only matters if you use it intentionally and it was good for you. Because your screen time, you shouldn't care if other people think that your screen time is bad or whatever. You shouldn't think about what other people think at all. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to try. It's a quote of mine in 2026, just putting that out there. What I'm trying to say with the screen time is just find a good balance. And yeah, but I'm going to talk about how I'm going to try and justify my screen time and show you. Like, let me try and find another piece of paper because I printed some out. It's a bad example. I kind of didn't use my phone that much that day, but let's see. No, okay, that's a good one. Yeah, so originally I was gonna like get a Sharpie, write things out, but then my printer was just being annoying, so I just decided not to. But like, see, I think I was making a YouTube video. I spent 31 minutes in voice memos. I don't know why I spent that much longer than the clock app, but whatever. I spent a little bit messages, DuckDuckGo, ChatGPT, it's a random app, and then like photos, right? 71 minutes, all that time doing these, and it seems like a lot, but if you just know everything that you use it for, it's fine if it's like all over the place and stuff. So I kind of wanted to show some inspirations where I got the videos, because like, for example, about me, I've been tweaking with my phone and just messing around with it, seeing how it works for, I'd say like year, 2-3 years. And I'm not saying I got complete inspiration from this video or this video, but I got some things from the videos. Like, for example, this is one by Ray Sue. He's a really cool YouTuber. You should subscribe. And there's another one by this guy called JV Schools or Schools. I don't know. I never knew how to say his name, but I've seen every one of his videos. But yeah, these are just like 2 examples of inspiration I got. And with inspiration, a good thing to note is you don't need to copy what I do or what anyone else does, either of their videos, word for word, because it should be your own thing. You shouldn't just copy what someone is doing word for word. Take inspiration, make your own blueprint, and figure it out in your own unique way. You don't need to copy how someone does it. Like, for the settings and stuff I'm going to show you, you don't need to have it completely the same, if that makes sense. Oh, also, the video didn't make sense. I'm gonna show you different like settings and stuff that you can put onto your iPhone or Android or whatever, and then make it so that it helps you reduce screen time, because I'll go into more depth on each one and explain what they do. So like, a big issue I have with like most of these kind of videos is that a lot of the stuff that they want to do, like for example in Raysu's video, he has like these widgets, right, that you can use to make your phone look cool and stuff, like a dumb phone or some sort of phone. I've heard that's what the company is, and for it you need to pay. And yeah, I don't know. And with a lot of other videos, they kind of just tell you to do a feature and they don't really like go too in depth on like why this feature helps, why it doesn't. So yeah, I just never like that part of it. Also, what do you guys think of me using the papers and the this and the like the iPad to basically have everything just like a different way instead of having the normal Minecraft videos I've been doing for the past 3 videos? What do you guys like think? Let me know. I want to hear what you guys think of how I'm doing it. Also, as like an example, some of the stuff I don't actually need to have on my phone because some of it is just I've gotten pretty good at not using my phone like too often. So some things like, hold on, let me show you. I'm getting it on my, scrolling it on my iPad because all the pictures are disorganized. This is bad. Okay, like for example, like this, I have my phone. Also, the reason I have it on an iPad and I printed it out, I realized I never mentioned this, is I'm a minimalist. I don't like buying things, or I don't like owning things, and I didn't want to buy a camera just to do this video. So I thought, why don't I print out screenshots of my phone? And I told you what happened with the printer or whatever. And then, yeah, why don't I use my iPad to show pictures? But this is what my screen looks like. I have an iPhone 16. And as you can see, what I would normally recommend for it to be a blank screen, just black. But I kind of realized, I want to have a nice wallpaper. You can do it however you want, but it's just like lyrics from a song that I like, and I just want it on there. Then my language, as you can see, that says 1043, I think. I was looking at my friend's phone, and he had his language. Like, you know how like it's like the normal this? He had his phone in like a random language, and I was like, that's sick. Because in my head, what I was thinking was, if it's in another language, or if it's like in something you can't comprehend, it'll give you 2 things. First off, it'll make it so that you're less likely to use your phone, because you'll be like, what is that? It's like less stimulating because you don't understand what it is, because it's not the numbers you recognize. So you'll probably put the phone down. Or what happened with me is you'll look at this and you'll learn how to speak this, because this is Urdu. Keep in mind, I don't know how to speak Urdu. I just happened to click it on the languages thing because it looked cool or whatever. And it says like what, 1043. And yeah, but also here's the thing. If you have it on this, if you swipe up, it'll just show you this normally. So only on here does it actually show like the weird language, or however, different language, however you have it set. But yeah, this wallpaper, have it basically be blanks so that it's just not as alluring and not as attractive. So yeah, I'm just gonna read off my script and what it says. So this is like I also split it up into like sections. This is the do not disturb and notifications part. So only allow specific notifications to go onto your phone, and use the focus mode to customize what notifications can come through while allowing calls to reach your phone. And even if apps are blocked with do not disturb, you can still disable individual app notifications and settings, or to bypass the DND blocking and keep your phone beeping. Now, that basically means is you can have specific people, I blurred out the people I have, but you can have specific people be able to bypass your screen time focus or focus mode or whatever. So basically, if you have someone, or like, oh, I want this person, like your mother, you want your mom to be able to reach you, but you don't want anyone else, you can have them set as that basically. So yeah, you can have it basically have specific people added, and you can click allow notifications from. And what that does is everyone else except this person, or however many people you have added, notifications won't come through. So this one person, I can be notified while everyone else gets blocked. Then one thing I like to do is have the phone calls enabled, so that if someone wants to call you, obviously it goes through. You can have that off and click specific settings, but that's just how I keep it. And then this is the notifications part I was talking about. You should honestly go into your settings and disable all your notifications for things that don't really matter. Like for maps, why would I need notifications? For notes, why would I need, does it even give notifications? I don't know. Netflix, do I really need to be alerted on when my shows come or whatever? Messages, that's a good one to have enabled, because people messaging you, you know, whatever. But just like go through and pick and choose what you really need to be notified on, and yeah. So for ignore how dirty my iPad is, I just kind of noticed that, but use or browser, or the Safari, whatever it's called. I don't use Safari, I use DuckDuckGo. but use like the Google Safari thing to basically have your specific websites enabled or apps that you want to use. Like for example, I have Pinterest as a search browser thing instead of the app. I have YouTube as that. I have Chipotle. I have a Cinemark, which is movie app thing, whatever. And instead of having them as individual apps, you can have them as websites. It just adds more friction that you have to go through because you have to log in every time. You have to be intentional about when you use it. And it's good to use it for things like social medias, and just things like, for example, I don't have any banking on my phone because I don't know, or I don't have any banking apps, but I have it so if I really need to, I can access it by just looking it up. I kind of missed this for the notification part, but yeah, so you can have only specific, this is allow notifications from, and since you have nobody enabled, it just basically means everyone gets blocked. And yeah. Also, tell me how the video is going. How do you guys like the way I'm doing it, using the phone to record, whatever? Just, I want to hear your guys' feedback because I don't know if I'm doing it the best, and I'm just a little worried it's not gonna turn out the best, but we'll see what happens. So out of any tip or setting I recommend, I think this is gonna have the most biggest impact, and it's having grayscale on. So if you don't know what that does, it makes it so that it just makes it black and white. Like obviously my hands aren't black and white, but the screen is. Pretty self-explanatory. But the reason this works is because it basically, when you have color on a phone or a device, it makes it more alluring and it makes it more stimulating. So when your brain sees the device and it's all bright and with shiny colors, your mind goes, ooh, it's like a kid, ooh, shiny, I want to use it, I want to grab it. It's like the same way how casinos, I don't know if you guys know this, when casinos have bright lights, they're just loud, they have a whole bunch of like ringing noises, just bright lights, gold, all that makes it so your brain is overstimulated. And yeah, that's a whole other thing. It makes it so you're overstimulated, you keep gambling. But with a phone, it makes it so that you're overstimulated with so much attention that you want to go into it. It's alluring. With gambling casinos, the more light there is, it's more alluring, and it's more the more you want to go towards it, go towards that light. Okay, my phone seems really dirty, but my iPad does, but this is how my phone looks normally. I wonder if I can increase the, oh shoot, shut me out of it. This is how my brightness, this is how my screen looks normally. Like it's normally like, you know, that. I have nothing. And the way you can do it is if you hold down an app and hide it from the screen. If you do that for every single one, it just kind of puts a blank page. If you take it out of the hotbar thing or whatever, well, I can see myself in the other thing, but you can basically have your screen like this. The reason you want to do that is because it makes it so, again, there's nothing for you to click. There's nothing for you to do. And then I'll show you, it sounds weird, I'll show you how you can access your apps, but it makes it so if your apps aren't like a click away immediately, it makes it so that it's less stimulating and just not as like attention grabbing. Like watch this. Me doing this over and over is probably more stimulating than having it on the blank screen. When you have it so that the apps are right there ready for the clicking, makes it so you're more likely to click them. But if you have them the way I do, which I'll show you in a second, I didn't take a proper screenshot of this because I'm too lazy and I just want to get this video over with, but this is like an example of how I get to my apps. So if you go to like the center of your phone and swipe down, it brings the search menu, right? And normally for me, there's like a couple settings you can do. You can make it completely blank unless you like click things up. Like I looked up scripts because I write my scripts for my videos. These are like two I've done, like my social media poop video. I don't know why I named it that. The script for my first video and then the current script I'm writing, whatever, right? Basically makes it so you have to type out what you want to actually look up, click it, and it just adds barriers between what you need to do to just make it so your phone is less alluring, less, I keep using that a lot, alluring, but gets to the point. So this is how it looks on the iPad, but yeah, if you just swipe down like this is what it would look like. And then if depending on what you type in is when you would get your result. Also for the whole bunch of these, they have like specific settings. You have to go into the settings and enable specific features, and for some of them I just didn't want to show or print because I was printing out papers. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna post my script in the description and you can look there and you find whatever like tip setting I'm talking about, and it'll probably have attached to it how to enable it in the settings. But yeah, also another reason why I kind of like the search thing is because you can put in specifics instead of having to open the notes and then go to your specific like folders and then click on the specific note that you want. If you use notes this often, you can just like kind of look up the name and it brings it up. So yeah, I don't know, that's just something random I like. My window was open and I was trying to talk about this, and I kind of noticed there were neighbors outside, and I didn't want to get loud and talk about it, so I was trying to film it, and I talked about it like incredibly bad. But anyway, so as you can see, this is like a tip to help you prevent doom scrolling, because when you have an iPhone, you can't, there's like the thing called the app library. When you swipe like this, it shows like all your apps, that sort of thing, right? You can't really disable it, and it kind of defeats the whole purpose of swiping down to get to the search. So here's one thing you can do to make yourself used to it is put, like, I just chose settings. You can use any app, doesn't matter, but just put like wallpapers of just like random apps in between it. Like, see, first page, second page, third page, and this is going kind of backwards, but so that by the time you swipe all the way over, you've done it 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and it kind of makes your brain understand, oh, you don't need to, you know, constantly be, you don't need to swipe like that in instinct, because you'll notice with some of these settings, you're instinctively doing some things, and it's just weird, because I experienced them myself. Like, for example, I have it on my phone so that, I think, no, it's down here because it's flipped, but whenever I have the off button, I've made it so that if I tap the screen, I can't tap the screen to wake up my phone, and I have to intentionally push the on button, and it just makes it so annoying to use the phone. But yeah, again, it's in the description. I'll show you all the settings there. So one thing I use in my journey, just with like using my phone less, is this one app called OneSec. It's actually pretty useful, because I used to have social media. I talked about that in my social media video. You should go check it out. I think it was the video before this, or I don't know, something like that. But it's an app where you basically have it enabled to be set on a specific app, like for example Instagram. So whenever this isn't some random language, I probably should have picked English, but let's say you click Instagram, or you have it set where you click Instagram, it'll open, but you'll get sent to this app, OneSec, and it'll basically say you have to wait 5 seconds for the app to load. So it'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then that's when you're allowed to actually, like, that one says like exit out of Instagram, that one says like enter Instagram, whatever. It basically just makes it so, again, more friction, so that you aren't just clicking to get into apps. It's more intentional on how you use it. So finally getting to use the papers, but this one's random. Have it so that your percentages don't show, because in my opinion, I've tried to make it so my phone has as much little, I should probably remove the heart and make it so there's nothing. But yeah, see, I'm getting new ideas as I'm making it, but have it so that there's like no percentage, so that there's less information on the screen for you to consume, so that your mind isn't as attracted to it. Like, you're just there to get the task done. You don't need to know what the percentage is at. That's like good enough. Yeah, just remove the percentage. I feel like it helps. Another tip is can have it on the script over here, but just like it says it itself, disable text vibrations for less stimulation. Yeah, that's yeah, kind of it. I don't know what else to say for that one. For me, with some of these, it just feels dumb, because I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Like, that one was literally just disable text vibrations for less stimulation. Like, I can't make a joke out of it. I can't make it entertaining. I just have to say it how it is. Yeah, I don't know. YouTube's stupid. I don't know. This is like, I think, my second most favorite feature, because it's been the most impactful for me not using my phone, but I stutter a lot. Anyway, this is what happens when you swipe up out of your phone, right? Does the animation thing. Like this. Or sorry, like this. Oh my god. Doesn't work. Like this. Okay, you see how it doesn't animate? You can go into the settings and disable that. And do you know why you want to do that? Again, less stimulation, less like responsive, like like click reaction, so it's not as stimulating. So I didn't actually like kind of show how why I had these papers printed out, but yeah, I just like want to show how like a typical day would go for me. This is like a Wednesday, February 25th, right? I use messages for 1 minute, notes for 1 minute, and then yeah, I use my phone for like literally not even 5 minutes. This day it says I use it for 14. Here's one thing, never trust this number, because it's always stupidly inaccurate. Like, watch, 1 minute. How could I have, like, I think it's this. Is it the same day? Yeah. Same day, whatever. It says I use it for 14 minutes when this is what I used it for. Like, don't trust it. It doesn't make sense. But yeah, like, I have some days where my screen time is 14 minutes. I have some days where it's like, it's a little high. It's Not a lot. Yeah, that's a little higher. That's a little worse. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I've had days like that. Keep in mind, this one was stupid because, if you, so you can show it, got me stuck in the in the Google loading thing for 5 hours. I obviously was not using it for that long. Stupid, but yeah, it's okay to go from like 5 minutes of screen time to 6 hours. I guess it's fine. Just use it intentionally. You know yourself the best. I don't know you the best. Probably. That'd be pretty weird if I did. So one other thing I wanted to talk about was downtime. I think it's really useful because you can basically set a specific time you don't want to use your phone for like however long. So it could be like all day or maybe just like 5 minutes you can't use your phone. And it basically makes it so that it's blocked out except for specific things you put. And makes it so that in case you need to call your family, need to talk about something, or in case you need to text your coach, you're going to be late to practice, then have him ignore you, not respond. Yeah, just examples like that. And if you need things to do while it's enabled. It's really cool. It's at the app limits. It just basically makes it so that an app is limited, like in the name. So you can't spend as much time on it. Like for example, I used to have my photos be limited for only 5 minutes, and it made it so that I didn't have to, I couldn't be able to doom scroll on it, because yes, I would doom scroll on photos, but now that's not an issue because I kind of deleted all the pictures off my phone, but that's like another video, I guess. But this one I think is pretty smart. I discovered it by accident. Again, messing around, you'll find things by accident. It's screen distance. There's a setting that you can enable that basically makes it, this isn't parental controls, by the way, most of the stuff I'm going to talk about now. If you activate it, it makes it so that if your phone is like too close to your face, it'll just pop on. It's like an annoying pop that it blocks your entire screen, and it'll just say, put your phone away, put your phone to a further distance. Until you do that, it doesn't let you go out of it. And it's so useful because it just makes it, you'll be so annoyed to do it that you'll just stop whatever you're doing. Like literally, I was making the video, one of the video to find screenshots for this video, like with these, and it kept doing it, and I got so annoyed I stopped, which is also a big reason why this video has been like a month in the making, because I've just been lazy. And another one is the FaceTime slash Face ID slash password. Make it so you don't have Face ID unlocked or Touch ID, so that you have to physically put in your password, and just makes it more annoying. And you can go into the settings and make it really long, make it a custom numerical slash, yeah, I'm not good at English, but basically make it so it's a long code that you have to put in, and it's just friction, more annoying friction to make it so you don't use your phone. Section is basically just parental controls. There's like a whole bunch of ideas and stuff that you can do. For example, with the iTunes and App Store purchases, you can make it so that you can turn off the ability to install and delete apps, which makes it literally, you can give someone a password, and it makes it so that you can't download any apps and you can't uninstall any apps, which really goes well hand in hand with the ability to, with the, what was it called? The app limiting? I think that it was. I'm thinking of something else. I can't remember. But the next one is to allow apps and features. So if you go into Safari, you can, I used to be able, I would go in Safari and I would find myself doom scrolling too much. And one thing that you can do is basically use like a different browser that's not Safari. Like for example, DuckDuckGo, that's the browser I use. It makes it so that you can hide Safari and just be able to use like a different browser more. I don't know, it might help someone. And next one is App Store Media App Websites, or App Store Media Web and Games. There we go. And it basically makes it so that you can control what websites you can use and stuff. It's really good for, I guess, some people want to block naughty content like adult sites. You can basically block it out, and you can also control what websites you can and can't use. For example, you can make it so if you don't want to use Instagram on your phone, you can go as far as to block it on the search engine so that it will not pop up at all. And it's just like, yeah. Personally, I have Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit blocked because I just don't want to, just like get stuck on those, even if it's in a browser, even if I don't have an account. Because for me, I tend to do that a lot. And I also block Amazon just because it's a search engine, or just a not online shop, because I think it's very easy to get basically, I don't know what the wording is, but you'll just like keep buying and buying and buying, and it's just not good for you. And if you really want to be extreme, I don't recommend this, but you can basically type in every single website you're gonna use and have it be approved. if that makes sense. So like, let's say you only want to use YouTube and let's say like a work app, or like for if you have like a job or whatever, it only lets those two apps work. And it's not smart, too much like energy. I wouldn't recommend doing it. These are some possible ideas that you can do. I'm just gonna leave the screen on here, but I don't want to use it. I just want to talk about other things. But let me know how you guys like tend to not use your phone and get around it and stuff, because I know a lot of people probably have different ways of doing it. Maybe they have better ways than me, maybe they have worse ways, whatever. I want to hear what everyone thinks about this and their opinions, so that I can honestly, first off, be able to give better content for you guys, so that you guys can improve on it and basically be able to understand yourselves better and not use your phones as much, because I don't think it's good for you. And to basically, I don't know, I just want to hear your guys' advice. Maybe there's something I could do on my phone that I never noticed and just use it less, you know? But yeah, just read all these and then, yeah. Let me know what you guys thought of the video. And this video took stupidly long. It's been like, what, a month I've been trying to record it. I don't think I'm ever going to do a system like this again. It's just too much energy. I'd rather just do my normal Minecraft videos, because printing out the papers, having the script written out, it was just so much. Yeah, way too much to do. I don't like it, but yeah, I'm probably not going to do it like this again unless you guys liked it. Let me know what you guys thought.